The league phase of the UEFA Women's Champions League is winding down, and here's a look at what is at stake on Matchday 5 this week. 5 clubs have clinched at least a playoff spot, but only Barcelona and Lyon have a chance to secure a quarterfinal berth in their matches this week. Meanwhile, 6 clubs face elimination, with all 12 playoff berths having a chance of being decided today and tomorrow. And guess what? The men are also in action for their match day 6, which means we will have 27 matches from both competitions on Paramount Plus. And that sets up a fun crossover show that will be live from London with our UCL and UWCL Today crews. That includes, of course, our own Darian Jenkins, who joins us now live from London. Dee, what's up, girl? You've been all over the world. How is it going? How's the jet lag? And how's London treating you so far? Is Jen Beattie showing you around her former stomping grounds?
You know what? The jet lag is kicking my ass, but Jen Beattie has kept us up and moving. We've been around Kensington. We've been sightseeing. She took us to this. It was a very New York bougie spot last night. She hooked us up with some of her friends that play for Arsenal. So yeah, she's been our tour guide, but it's good. We've got energy today, got some sleep, and I can't wait to get in studio and chat about these games.
Okay, club promoter Jen Beattie. I think I got to hit her up for some fun times at some point. But one of the fun things about the Women's Champions League coverage this year, I mean, there have been so many things that you all are doing such a great job at, absolutely crushing it. But I'm loving the wind down Wednesdays, getting a little unhinged. It's been a lot of fun. There have been some fun games, little heads up, 2 truths and a lie, and now you've got the UCL Today crew in the mix. So what's going to be a fun game to play with them? What kind of chaos are we in for this week?
I already heard that we're going to be doing, before we get to the wind down Wednesday, we're going to be doing table time with them. And there's a dance orchestrated that we'll be doing during table time, because we get a lot of decisive wins. We get some knockouts, get to see which teams actually can claw their way back, which I know that we're going to talk about. But it's going to be chaotic. I think it's going to be energy, a lot of integrated segments, some dancing, a little drank tomorrow, TBD, what that's actually going to be, which I still can't believe that we're allowed to do, which I love. But yeah, you think the 5 of us are chaos on the desk. I can't imagine with all of the guys and Kate in studio as well.
Okay, Darian, when you say we for table time, I mean, who's going to be up there dancing with Jamie and Micah? Are they getting everybody in the mix? Or you'll be up there, right? You've got good dance moves.
Oh, girl, Aly, you know, I was the first to raise my hand and volunteer. I was like, I'll put something together for all of us. But I think it's kind of up to whoever's feeling themselves that day, which I hope we all are. I know Kelly was like, yeah, I'll do it. And I think Jen wants to learn some of the steps. So Janelle TBD, but I think we can convince her.
Okay, well, I am so looking forward to that. But let's talk about the actual matches and the teams that are competing this week. And let's talk about this Arsenal team. They got a late winner from Stina Blackstenius against Liverpool this last weekend. But, Dee, they have just been really struggling. So where are they at heading into this game? Have things started to turn around? Are they finding their momentum? How do you see it?
I wouldn't say that. I think this is a team that came into this season with a lot of pressure on them. That's a privilege when you're the reigning champion of Women's Champions League and you sign Chloe Kelly to a full-term contract. You bring in big players like an Olivia Smith, who's just a phenom on the pitch when she gets going. But it seems as if there's such a disconnect between tactically what Arsenal are doing and who the personnel is that they have. Last year, I think they got a new coach coming in. Jonas Eidevall came over to the NWSL. Renee Sluggers came in and didn't have enough time to really implement her own tactics, her style of play, her true managerial aspect to this team. So they came in just saying, hey, we have energy. We have a new coach. Let's do this together. And they played ugly football. They defensively suffered for most of the games. They clawed back against Lyon to get to the final. And then they played the absolute perfect game against Barcelona, which we know with Barcelona, that happens maybe once a year. That team loses, maybe once a year. Definitely not domestically, although that happened this season. We're seeing some of the big dogs in this tournament lose domestically. But I think we're just not seeing it come together. You see the confidence in the players just lacking. The body language isn't there. There's really big disconnect. Sometimes the substitutions don't make a lot of sense. So I don't think it's just one factor, but it seems that the team has lost that very clear standard of heart and commitment to the one game plan that they had last year, which was to just grind it out defensively and be clinical in those moments that they get up into the attack. And teams are going to come out and play their hardest against Arsenal now. You have the championship. You've won Champions League. So if you're a team like FC Twente, who's nearly going to drop out of the Women's Champions League, you're looking at Arsenal as this is the game to beat.
Yeah, Twente are playing to keep their Champions League campaign alive. But one bright spot for Arsenal, Darian, is the fact that Leah Williamson is set to make her return for the first time since the Euro final. I mean, how massive is this for Arsenal, and what boost can she provide to try and keep their campaign alive and moving in the right direction?
Yeah, it's massive. I mean, even just having a player like her on the bench, her presence, the energy, the experience that she brings is huge for Arsenal. This is somebody that's created the standard that Arsenal won the Champions League with. So to have her back on the pitch, maybe it's limited minutes, we're not sure, but even just her voice there and with the team to help delegate and give advice and just share that with those, especially younger players. When things are breaking down, you look to your veterans. So to have her back when things clearly are breaking down at FC Twente, who's going to be fully charged coming into this, is a huge asset, whether she's on the pitch or off the pitch.
Well, while the defending champs Arsenal have been struggling, one team that has been on fire is Barcelona, but they will be without Aitana Bonmati. She just underwent surgery. She's going to miss about 5 months. How concerned are you, Darian, about Barcelona with that loss, or does their depth give you a lot of confidence?
Look, it sucks that Bonmati is out injured. I've had an injury very similar, and it's tough. It's a long recovery. But guys, it's Barcelona.
Yeah.
We are coming into this season so concerned about, a lot of the depth that they lost at the beginning of the year. And of course, you have the reigning Ballon d'Or winner, 3-time champion, all of these incredible accolades she has. Of course, she's the maestro, one of the maestros of this team. But they have done so well with their younger players, with the academy, even some of the bubble players that just get minutes here and there. Like even up the top, we're talking about Claudia Pina, who's taken full advantage of some of the injuries and losses that Barcelona have had up in the attacking third. They have such a deep midfield and creative players and prowess that I don't think we're going to see that much level drop off. Sure, we're going to miss watching Bonmati play and seeing how she connects the lines, but then you look at Guijarro, Putellas to step up in those pockets and really lead this team.
Yeah, Barcelona, they've got a chance today to clinch a spot in the quarterfinal. Well, Dee, great stuff. We are so looking forward to watching all this insane coverage that will be happening from London. Have so much fun, and I hope the jet lag kind of wears off here in a bit.
Appreciate you.
All right, there is Darian Jenkins. You can catch her this week for all the UEFA Women's Champions League action, as this is what you have to look forward to. Matchday 5 kicking off today, starting with St. Pölten hosting Juventus at 12:45 p.m. Eastern, with the Austrian side looking to avoid elimination. At 3 p.m. Eastern, Arsenal will be pushing for a win at home over Twente to keep pushing up the table, while Wolfsburg are looking to stay top 4 and 7th place. Real Madrid go head-to-head in the late window as well. Lots to look forward to.
Thanks for watching this video from Morning Footy. For all news and insights regarding leagues around the world like EFL, Serie A, and all UEFA competitions, both men's and women's, don't forget to sign up for Paramount+.